So just to wrap up, let's answer a few questions, and then we will close things out.
And
So,
Rachel, I don't know, I hate to interrupt. I don't know if we wanted to take questions or if you wanted to. I would love to hear if we think there's time, um, as we're collecting questions. I know you have some experience with this, and anything that you would like to share about that. I know that you have had an experience with mental health personally at work, and I would love to hear a little bit about what was the success factor for you getting that as you were moving through that. And I think the audience might benefit from hearing that as well.
sure, yeah, I'll share that while we're waiting for some more questions to come in. This is something that's always hard to talk about because there's such a level of stigma and shame. But I've been reading Brené Brown and her books on vulnerability. So damn you, Brené Brown, I'm going to do this. Um, so I personally have, had issues with substance abuse and mental health, and I was so worried about how that would affect my workplace that I did seek treatment. I did, but I didn't take a single day off from work, and I didn't tell anybody. And I now serve as a mentor to people who are going through recovery. And a lot of people are like, oh, I can't take off work. I'm going to get in trouble. People will know. And I said, well, it's doable. It's possible, but I really don't recommend it. When I was going to treatment, I chose an evening treatment program. And I live in the Midwest. I work for a company in California. I work for Think HR. And my work often went into the evening, and I would arrive at my program and be checking my email and be checking my Slack and be freaking out that I wasn't there and I couldn't address this immediately. And it was the evening. After a certain point, I did open up to my manager, who was incredibly understanding and really cool about it, and said, you know what, you don't have to work more than 8 hours a day. It's a hard stop. Don't look at your email at night. You can address it in the morning. It's okay. But it took me several weeks of having this extra stress added on to early recovery, which is a very difficult time in your life, before I could even approach her. And even then, most people don't know about it, and it's something now that, like you were saying, there's so many different aspects to wellness, and I have basically given up many of them to just make the space in my life for work and for recovery.
Yeah.
And I felt like if there was maybe less stigma and less shame about it, that I would have been more open to seeking accommodations, to maybe taking FMLA time, to being open about it with other people. And now I've mostly come out on the other end of it now. I know the story you told in the beginning about your dad was, very sad and had, a very negative outcome, but at least maybe I can put you out on a high note that I'm feeling very secure and much better. And,
Awesome.
I think things are going a lot better. But if I'm working for an HR company who I really could trust to do HR right and to handle a leave right and to handle confidentiality right, and I still was afraid to come forward.
Yeah.
Think of what that's like at all of your companies, where this isn't what your entire company does day in and day out.
Well,
So,
thank you for sharing that, Rachel, and your vulnerability to do that. Brené Brown would be proud.
I know, I'm gonna kill her. So I know we're running pretty long, but I do